All right, Coach, we know you were down bodies and guys were playing roles they don't usually play, so how do you dissect or break down the performance from your group today?
Yeah, to me, the season comes in sort of stretches, and we've just had a long stretch. We played 6 games in our last 10 days, which is a lot for anyone. And today, with only 8 players, and our last game with only 8 players, the minutes start to add up. To me, it's learning. Every game you play is a situation, an opportunity to learn, and some players, you're right, not playing in their normal role gives them a chance to grow. And I think that's, for me as a coach, is something we really look at. You know, this game we can sort of flush down the toilet and come back with the next game and a better effort next opponent. But good learning from the guys that got more minutes than they normally do.
What's your stance on moral victories? They tend to say in sports there's no such thing as one, but it seemed like you might have learned a lot from guys like Adele, who played an elevated role, and Kadeem Latin even, who stepped in nicely. So overall, moral victories, how does that ring to you?
Yeah, to me, it's not so much a moral victory, it's what our theme for the season is, and how do we win the moment. And sometimes that's not the scoreboard. And I tell my players that all the time. You're not going to win every game you play, but if you can find moments to learn and moments to develop, that's winning the moment. I guess that's a moral victory if we want to frame it that way. But it's all about growth. This is a long season, and these are young players. And the more time we spend with them and the more situations you put them in, the better they're going to be over time.
Specifically, Deng Adel's play, he seemed to, he had to guard 7-footers, and he was really hustling, pumping his fists, changing shots. What do you think of his performance tonight?
It's one of the biggest teams in the G League, right? I think Pell and Jefferson, these guys are really big players. Bolden's a big player, and we go with a small 4. And I think for Deng, it's that learning moment of how do I guard players like that? How do I guard Cornette, who plays for Westchester? How do I guard those really big, popping, shooting, talented players? And to me, again, that's that growth. He's winning the moment of how do I match up against this type of player, and next game it may be a different type of player, and he'll have to figure that one out too.
And Kyle Collinsworth, his first game back, had a strong first half. I'm wondering what you think of this comparable, slow-mo Kyle Anderson. Kind of moves at a very slow pace, but it's his own pace. He controls the play in a way. How do you think he came back from an ankle injury today?
Yeah, I think our team was really excited to have him back. He's our leader of our team, and I think to have him on the court again and have him out there, and like you say, a really good first half. I think he sort of the 4 or 5 days off started to get to him after that, which happens very normally. But his ability to be smart and be slow is not the right word, but be sort of methodical and know what he needs to do and use a lot of his strength to get the ball into the paint and to find openings and finish himself with the right or left hand is a real skill that's going to benefit us through the year.
Kadeem in particular looked very strong in the first half. Is that the kind of guy that just needs the opportunity to show what he can do here?
Yeah, you know what? He had a great game last game as well. I think in Erie he was a plus, I don't even know, 20-something at that point. He brings really big minutes and quality minutes to us. And I think today when it's extended, I think that's when it starts to show some of the rookie and sort of raw potential that he has. But no, I'm super thrilled with him. I think if he continues to grow and develop, he's going to be like a good player in this league because defensively he's an NBA level defender already. If he can figure out his offensive package, I think he'll be really good.
Your role is obviously to help develop these players. I was wondering with Kay Felder, how many post-ups by Kay are you working on in practice? Because he's backing guys down, a turnaround jumper, a jump hook over a 6'1" point guard. How much are you working on that Gary Payton-like post-up game from Kay Felder?
I think that's more his own creation. But no, he's a smart player. He understands mismatches, and he's a real strong guy. And I think he had a player who wasn't as strong guarding him, so he realized he had an opportunity down in the post. And I think Kay's someone who can find his offense, but also sort of feel a game out. So today I think he was trying to find the right opening, the right opportunity, as him being sort of a high-volume scorer for us today with the lineup we had out there. So I think we don't work on it in practice, but he's got it in his package, which is good.